Good morning to everybody. Today we will start a new chapter, not a new chapter, it actually sub-chapter of the complex numbers, De Moivre's theorem. Now they are divided this as a separate chapter. Previously it is a chapter of complex numbers. De Moivre's theorem. Very simple and carries you one 7 marker and one 2 marker in your IPE. And in our JEE, there is no separate chapter for the De Moivre's theorem, it includes in the complex number. So they will consider it as a complex number, there is no separate chapter De Moivre's theorem. But IPE, there is a separate chapter, that's why we are separating this and we are discussing now. De Moivre's theorem. What do De Moivre's theorem states? If n is a integer, means n belongs to z, then cos theta plus I sin theta, what we call it as cis theta, we already discussed it in complex numbers, it is not a separate concept. Same concept of the complex numbers. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta. De Moivre's theorem states that for every n belongs to z, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta for every integer. It can be positive integer or negative integer or 0. So we will do 3 cases: positive integer, negative integer and 0. 3 cases we will do separately. First case, case 1. If n equal to 0, then what do we get? Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 0 LHS equal to, we know that cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 0. Anything power 0 is 1 only, so we can write as 1. So cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 0 is 1. Now, how can you write this 1? Cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So this 1 is, I will write like 1 plus 0 into I. 1 plus 0 I. 1 plus 0 I. Now, 1 is nothing but I will write cos 0 plus I sin 0. Cos 0 plus I sin 0. Cos 0 degrees plus I sin 0 degrees. Now, what I got? Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. I can write 0 is nothing but 0 into theta. This also 0 into theta. So cos n theta plus I sin n theta I got. Therefore, it is proved for n equal to 0. Hence, the theorem is proved for, De Moivre's theorem is proved for n equal to 0. Is proved for n equal to 0. Hence, De Moivre's theorem. Here, I is silent. De Moivre's theorem is proved for n equal to 0. Is proved for n equal to 0. This is the first case. For n equal to 0, it is clearly cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 0 is, anything power 0 is 1. This 1 I am writing it as 1 plus 0 into I. Now, 1 is cos 0 plus 0 is sin 0. So I am writing it as cos 0 theta plus I sin 0 theta. Now I got cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is cos n theta plus I sin n theta form. So 100% true. Now, if n is a positive integer, case 2. Now I will go for case 2. N is a positive integer, means n belongs to z plus. Positive integer, we will call it as natural number, because 0 already proved anyhow. If n belongs to n, means positive integer. How to prove? Whenever we want to prove for n equal to n belongs to n, means capital natural number set, what do? We learned in first year mathematical induction. In matrices also we proved this. So we need to prove using mathematical induction. Whenever you want to prove a statement is true for n belongs to capital N, you need to prove using principle of mathematical induction. We need to prove using principle of mathematical induction. What did I tell there? In mathematical induction, we need to prove, first we need to prove it is true for n equal to 1. Next, we will assume that it is true for n equal to k, and automatically we need to prove that it is true for n equal to k plus 1. We are assuming n equal to k true. We are going to prove that for the true for next number, means it is true for every natural number. It is true for every natural number according to principle of mathematical induction. That we are going to do. Whenever you need to prove for n belongs to capital natural number set, this is only the method, best method. Now, if n equal to 1, what happens? If I substitute n equal to 1 in the given equation, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 1 equal to whole power 1 means this itself, a power 1 is a itself, means I will get cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos theta means 1 theta only, sin theta means 1 theta only. So it is true for n equal to 1. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta only I got. Therefore, it is true for n equal to 1. Or simply we will write s of k is true. Sorry, s of 1 is true. Is true for n equal to 1, or we can prove that you can write the statement like s of 1 is true. S of 1 is true. Both are same. I told you two ways of writing this statement. One is it is true for n equal to 1 simply. Statement is true for n equal to 1. Or we can, if you assume the statement as s of n, then we can write s of 1 is true. Simple logic. Next step is we will assume it is true for n equal to k. That is what I told. Means let us assume s of k is true, or let the statement be true for n equal to k. Let the statement be true for n equal to k. Another way of writing this, let us assume that s of k is true. S of k is true. Your choice. Whichever is easier for you, you can take that statement. Let us assume that statement is true for n equal to k. Another way of representing the same statement is let us assume s of k is true simply. If I am assuming this is some s of n, then I can write let s of k is true. I am assuming it is true for n equal to k. So wherever n is there, I will substitute k. So the statement becomes, given relation becomes cos theta plus I sin theta whole power, instead of n I am taking k, so whole power k equal to cos k theta plus I sin k theta, cos k theta plus I sin k theta. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k equal to cos k theta plus I sin k theta. I sin k theta. I am assuming it is true for n equal to k. Now multiplying on both sides with cos theta plus I sin theta means 6 theta. I am multiplying on both sides with 6 theta, so that I will get it is true for n equal to k plus 1. I am taking it is true for n equal to k. I am going to prove that it is true for n equal to k plus 1. So we need to prove that it is true for n equal to k plus 1. For that, I am assuming it is true for n equal to k. Now multiplying on both sides with, now what I am going to do is multiply on both sides with 6 theta means cos theta plus I sin theta, so that value will not change. I I am multiplying with this cos theta plus I sin theta on both sides. On both sides. Means I will get cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n into cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n into cos theta plus I sin theta equal to this side. Here this is cos, instead of n I am taking k, so whole power k equal to cos k theta plus I sin k theta. Cos k theta plus I sin k theta into cos theta plus I sin theta into cos theta plus I sin theta. Now to multiply an RHS side, this into this plus this into this, this into this plus this into this. For one more thing, method I told, cis alpha into cis beta, cis of alpha plus beta. If you want directly write down, write the formula, then write down directly. Otherwise, first multiply, then write. No problem. So I will go for distributive property, multiplication. Cos k theta into cos theta. Cos k theta into cos theta plus I into cos k theta into sin theta plus I into sin k theta into cos theta plus I into I square sin k theta. I square sin k theta into sin theta. Now I square is minus 1. So now what I want to say is I square is minus 1. I square is minus 1. So this I square I write as minus 1. Now if you observe, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B means cos of A plus B. First year formula, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is cos of A plus B. So this becomes cos of A plus B, A theta plus theta. A is A theta, B is theta here. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, cos of A plus B. Plus, by taking I common from these two. By taking I common from these two. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin of A plus B. Cos A sin B plus sin A cos B. Sin of A plus B. So sin of k theta plus theta. Sin of A plus B, sin of k theta plus theta. Now if we take theta common, this becomes cos of k plus 1 into theta plus I into sin of k plus 1 into theta if I take theta common. And this side, a power m into a power m plus n means cos theta plus I sin theta whole power cos theta plus I sin theta whole power m plus n means k plus 1 whole power k plus 1. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power m plus n means k plus 1. So now I got this one, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. N is k plus 1. I did not substitute n equal to k plus 1 now. I proved this. Means, therefore it is true for, means S of n is true for n equal to k plus 1. S of n is true for n equal to k plus 1. Implies S of k plus 1 is S of k plus 1 is true. S of k plus 1 is true. S of k plus 1 is true. Therefore, by the principle of mathematical induction, it is true for every n belongs to capital N. Therefore, by the principle of mathematical induction, S of n is true for every n belongs to capital N. S of n is true for every n belongs to capital N. Therefore, by the principle of mathematical induction, S of n is true for every n belongs to capital N. So I proved it is true for n equal to k plus 1 means I proved it is true for every natural number. Every natural number. So in case 1 we did for 0. In case 2 we did for all the natural numbers. Means we proved 0 and natural numbers. Next, negative numbers. Case 3. Case 3. I will use case 2 in case 3. Simple as. Case 3. N belongs to Z minus. Negative integers. If n belongs to Z minus, means negative integers. N is negative. Simply we can say n is negative. Otherwise, instead of writing this, we can write like this. N is negative. Or you can write n is less than 0. Give a choice of writing. In this case, we need to do. Now, if n is negative, I will take some m equal to, let m is equal to minus n. N equal to minus n implies, if n equal to minus n implies m is positive only, m is positive only, means m belongs to n only. If n is minus n is negative. Negative means not 0. Not includes 0, only negative numbers, not 0. Means only positive numbers, integers is negative, integer will be otherwise, so that you can understand clearly. So non-negative integer, not 0. Negative means there is no 0. I am taking m is equal to minus n. Means opposite of negative numbers is positive numbers, positive integers is nothing but n only. So m belongs to capital N first and foremost thing. Now we will go for this. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. What is meant by n? N here is negative I am saying. Means minus m I can write. M equal to minus n means n equal to minus m only. So I can write this given statement as cos theta plus I sin theta whole power minus m. As n equal to minus m I am taking. So I am substituting minus m in place of n. Simply m is minus n means n is equal to minus m. Now whole power minus m means 1 by this I can write reciprocal. So whole power minus m means how can I write? 1 by cos theta plus I sin theta whole power m. Whole power m. So whole power minus m means I can write 1 by cos theta plus I sin theta whole power m. Whole power m. Now m is a positive integer, m belongs to n. So according to the previous statement, it is true for every n belongs to capital N. So according to that, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is cos n theta plus I sin n theta, means I can write this. I can write this as 1 by cos m theta plus I sin m theta only. 1 by cos m theta plus I sin m theta only. According to De Moivre's theorem, positive numbers cos m theta plus I sin m theta I can write whole power m means. Whole power m means m is a positive integer. According to case 2, I can write as 1 by cos m theta plus I sin m theta. N is positive integers, we already proved. Now, this is, till this you understood I think. Cos m theta plus I sin m theta. 1 by. Now, by rationalizing this, what do you get? By rationalizing this, what do you get? Cos m theta minus I sin m theta, you will multiply both numerator and denominator. So, numerator becomes cos m theta minus I sin m theta. By denominator is cos m theta plus I sin theta into cos m theta minus I sin m theta is cos square m theta plus I sin square, I square sin minus I square sin square m theta. So So I square is minus 1. So cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So denominator is 1. So this is equal to cos m theta minus I sin m theta. Cos m theta minus I sin m theta. Now I can write like this. Cos of minus theta is plus cos theta only. So plus cos m theta I can write minus cos m theta minus this I will write as plus. I sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So I will write minus inside. Becomes minus m theta. Minus m theta. Now our assumption is n equal to minus m. N equal to minus m or m equal to minus m. So minus m means I can write here n itself. So is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So what I got? Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. If n is negative, I got cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Therefore, statement is true for every n belongs to z. Positive integers, 0, negative integers. Means statement is true for every integer. So this is called as De Moivre's theorem of integral powers, we can say also. We can say this is De Moivre's theorem for integral powers. This index should be only integer, then we can write cos theta plus I sin theta equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta. This is De Moivre's theorem. Actually, this proof is not that much important, but safe side if you learn, that's why I told everything. Only statement is very important. In all the 7 markers, you will use only this. De Moivre's theorem statement. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Only the statement is most important. Proof is not that much important, but safe side, sometimes they gave also. That's why I told. Very rarely. In 10 years, 1 time or 2 times they give. But that time may be this. That's why I taught everything. Next, if n is not an integer, if n is a rational number, then what to do? Otherwise, we can say 1 by n. How to do? First, nth root we will write. Then we will discuss the next root. Number m by n or p by n. Nth roots of a complex number in polar form is nothing but cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 1 by n. Let z equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Then nth root of z I want. Otherwise, take some r also no problem. Because polar form I told. Polar form is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. If r is equal to 1, I can write z equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Your choice of writing. Modulus, if you take 1, then z automatically becomes cos theta plus I sin theta. So, first I am taking r, then you will take r equal to 1. Let z equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Now I want the nth root of z. Means I want z power 1 by n. What is nth root of z? Z power 1 by n. Nth root means z power 1 by n. So it becomes r power 1 by n into cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 1 by n. Whole power 1 by n. This one. So, if r equal to 1, then I will get cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 1 by n only. So, that's what I told. If it is not a integer like 1 by n, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 fractions, then how to do? Okay. Now, that nth root I will find, that's it. If it is m by n, I will take 1 m whole power m whole power 1 by m. Whole power m I will apply De Moivre's theorem. Then I will go for 1 by n. So I need to find 1 by n first. Then I can find for any rational number. Simple logic. So 1 by n how to get this? Let omega equal to, now related to omega, it can be a, b, c also. Generally complex numbers represented with omega, that's why I am getting omega. I take alpha also, no problem. Omega equal to some s into cis theta, means cis alpha, cos alpha plus, because I took already theta here, I am taking alpha here. Cos alpha plus I sin alpha. Let omega equal to cos s into cos alpha plus I sin alpha be the nth root of z. Be the nth root of z. Nth root of z. What is meant by nth root of z? Just now I wrote z power 1 by n is nth root of z. Is equal to, I am assuming omega. I am assuming omega. Implies z is equal to omega power n only. Z is equal to omega power n only. So this is equal to s power n into cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n only. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n only is nothing but s power n into cos n theta. According to De Moivre's theorem, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. N is an integer now, because this n is an integer. Now you write down here where n belongs to integer, because nth root means that only 1 by n, n is integer. So s power n into cos n theta plus I sin n theta, cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So nth root of z omega power n equal to, I got s power n into cos n theta plus I sin n theta. But what is z? What is z? R into cos theta plus I sin n theta. So z is cos theta plus I sin n theta. I sin n theta. Now comparing like terms, what you get? Modulus part is this. That is R is equal to s power n. Or s equal to r power 1 by n, doesn't matter. Let this be equal to 1. Let r equal to s equal to 1. Let r equal to s equal to 1. Or you can write like this aside. Now I need to compare the theta form. So this is 1, this is 1. Now comparing like terms on both sides. What do I get? Cos theta equal to cos n theta. Sin theta equal to sin n theta. Cos theta equal to cos n theta. Sin theta equal to sin n theta. If two ratios are there, what is the general solution? 2n pi plus theta is nothing but theta equal to, this is alpha equal. Excuse me, this is alpha equal, this is theta equal. Because I am comparing. So this is alpha, s into cos alpha plus I sin alpha. This is theta equal. Observe, theta and alpha. I make it together. Now, cos theta equal to cos n alpha, sin theta equal to sin n alpha. Both should be satisfied. Means general solution is theta equal to 2n pi plus alpha. Means theta equal to 2n pi plus alpha here is n alpha. Alpha here is n alpha. Comparing, this is, you will get 2n pi plus n alpha. So alpha here is, I think you understand this, cos theta plus I sin theta. Comparing both. So I need to compare the, so if I take this, I can write as 2k pi plus theta. So n alpha to this side, theta to that side, becomes n alpha equal to 2n pi minus, I will write alpha equal to your choice of writing. N alpha, comparing both. So I will write this equal to 2n pi plus this, or this equal to 2n pi plus this. So n alpha equal to 2n pi plus theta. This n to that side, then you can understand what it is. This. If this is k, general solution I am writing. So some k belongs to where k already n is there. That's why I am taking another integer k, where k equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on till n minus 1. 0, 1, 2 and so on till n minus 1. So k varies from 0 to n minus 1. So alpha equal to 2k pi plus theta by n. 2k pi plus theta by n. This is general solution of cos theta equal to cos alpha, sin theta equal to sin alpha. So if it is in whole power 1 by n, your general solution is simply, so I will write so that you can understand easily. Now z power 1 by n equal to cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. I have taken modulus 1. Then this automatically becomes cos of 2k pi plus theta by n plus I into sin of 2k pi plus theta by n. Now by add this. Same like previous only, this is De Moivre's theorem of rational numbers, rational index. So cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 1 by n equal to cos of 2k pi plus theta plus I sin of 2k pi plus theta, where k equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on till n minus 1. Till n minus 1, because n roots should be there. Nth root means n roots. So 0 to n minus 1, total n roots will get. So nth roots of complex number is whole power 1 by n equal to cos 2k pi plus theta by n plus I sin 2k pi plus theta by n, where k equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on till n minus 1. So this is most important property or the statement we are going to be using complex numbers De Moivre's theorem. So only 2 points. One is whole power n, whole power 1 by n. So these are basic things for doing the De Moivre's theorem. So learn these concepts. No need of the proofs. Clearly I am saying no need of the proofs. If you learn better, no problem. Sometimes, very rarely they will ask. But based on sums based on this De Moivre's theorem, pakka 1 7 marker you will get. Pakkali 1 7 marker you will get. So total De Moivre's theorem complex numbers 1 7, 1 4, 3 2s, 17 marks weightage. 3 2s are 6 plus 4 10 plus 7, 17 marks weightage for this whole chapter. Complex numbers and De Moivre's theorem. So learn these chapters properly so that you will get 17 marks here itself. That too very simple only. Maybe little bit confusing but very simple. I hope you understand. So do this chapter well. All the best.